Hello everyone, myself Pratik Bagadia and welcome to Paribhasha once again. The sporting season in India has just begun after a long break due to COVID-19, which is why this video is on IPL. In this video, we will not just see how different franchises makes money, but we'll also compare Indian Premier League with other global sporting leagues like English Premier League, NFL and others. This video also becomes important because of IPL's sheer popularity. Last year in 2019, around 46 crore people viewed IPL, and interestingly, out of that, 14.5 crore were females. So, for all those who thinks that females are not into cricket, then well, it's time to rethink. So let us see what are the revenue sources and expenses of IPL teams franchisees. So there are three main sources of revenue of IPL: central revenue, marketing revenue, and local revenue. Now, central revenue is where the most of the revenue of IPL is generated. This is split into two parts: broadcasting rights and sponsorships. As we all know that Sony Max had the rights to broadcast IPL matches on its channel for the first 10 years. So from 2008 to 2017, Sony Max had the right. They got this right for 4,000 crore rupees from BCCI. So every year, almost 400 crore rupees is what Sony Max was paying to BCCI. From 2018 to 2022, Star India got this rights for a whopping 16,350 crore rupees. So almost 3,200 crore rupees is what Star India is paying to BCCI to broadcast its match. So from 400 crore to 3,200 crore, that is an 8-time jump in the broadcasting revenue of BCCI. Now this revenue is split on a 50-50 basis between BCCI and the teams. So BCCI gets to keep 1600 crore rupees and the rest 1600 crore rupees is divided amongst the 8 teams. So each team gets 200 crore rupees. The second source of revenue is through sponsorship. Previously, DLF, Pepsi and Vivo were the title sponsors. This year, because of the tension between India and China, Vivo has been replaced by Dream11. Vivo earlier was paying around 440 crore rupees, but due to recession, due to COVID-19, Dream11 got this title sponsorship just for 220 crore rupees. So there is a reduction of 50% straight away in the revenue of BCCI and the teams. The other source of income is through the sponsorships. So we see logos of different brands and companies on the jerseys, stumps, helmets, fence, boundaries, almost everywhere. Due to COVID-19 this year, there is around 40% reduction in the total revenue that BCCI gets from this source. The second source of revenue is through marketing side. So we see ads where players are endorsing some brands. So that money straight away goes into the pockets of franchisees. The third source of revenue is the local source. So the ticketing sales, basically a team gets around 15 to 25 crore every year by selling the tickets. This year that revenue is also gone due to COVID-19 as there will be no audience in the stands. And the last source is through local sponsorship. So these are basically the sources of revenue for BCCI and the teams. Any idea what those expenses are? There are 4 major expenses of each franchisees. The first and the biggest one is buying of players. BCCI had kept a purse of 80 crore rupees. So every team has to buy players within this purse from the auctions. The next expense is on the support staff. So coaches, bowling coach, batting coach, mentors, physios and all. Around 20 crore rupees is spent. Another major expense is on the logistics and the hospitality side. Around 40 crore rupees is spent on this. This year due to COVID-19, as traveling will be less because stadiums are just 3 where the matches will be played. So there will be a drop in the logistics side. The fourth expense is on the marketing, which is 10 crore rupees. So roughly every team spends around 150 crore rupees per year. Interestingly, for the first 10 years, only Kolkata Knight Riders was a profitable franchisee. Rest all the 7 teams were making losses. Despite Mumbai Indians and CSK being one of the best performing teams of IPL, they were also making losses. Thanks to Star India in 2018, where they got this right for 16,350 crores, that is the broadcasting rights. So every year, these franchisees are getting 200 crore rupees. So straight away from 2018 onwards, these franchisees have become profitable. Another interesting thing is about RCB. Now, Royal Challengers Bangalore have been very consistent in their performance. They have consistently been in the bottom half of the points table in most of the seasons. But despite that, they are a profitable franchisee. In 2019, they made a revenue of 313 crore rupees, out of which 143 was their profit. Any idea how they made this profit? So the answer is brand. Vijay Mallya has made sure that he buys players who has a swag. So be it Virat Kohli, AB de Villiers or Chris Gayle. These are not just good players, but individually they also have a very high brand value. RCB was also amongst the first team to start a talk show, and they constantly make an effort to build an engagement with their fans, which is why many companies come forward to sponsor this team. Rajasthan Royal on this parameter has been a very bad team. But IPL in 2014 was worth $3.2 billion, and today in 2019 their brand value is around $6.8 billion, which means 50,000 crore rupees. So this was about IPL. Now let's see where does IPL stands with respect to other global sporting leagues. In terms of viewership, then English Premier League is 10 times higher than IPL. IPL had 46 crore views and English Premier League has 470 crore views. America's NFL and Germany's Bundesliga is nowhere near when it comes to viewership. But, and I'll repeat the but here, America's NFL or National Football League is the highest sporting league of the world. It is worth $13 billion. That is 2 times more than what IPL is. English Premier League, despite having very high viewership, is even behind IPL. If I talk about the broadcasting rights, then we saw how Sony Max was paying 400 crore rupees and Star India paid 3,200 crore rupees. You will be amazed to know that NFL had sold its broadcasting right for 33,000 crore rupees per year, and English Premier League had sold its rights for 19,000 crore rupees per year. So in terms of revenue, IPL is way behind than these global sporting leagues. But IPL has definitely brought a lot of glories to cricket as a sport globally. Friends, I hope you have learned and enjoyed this video. If the answer is yes, then please do subscribe this channel and don't forget to like and comment. Your small token of appreciation motivates me a lot to bring even better contents in future. So until next time, have a good life.